wherever you are in the world. Welcome in our YouTube family. My name is AD Roberts, and I am so happy to be here today. I really, really am. And this is, I think we've been doing this for a few months now as we are really connecting our TikTok family with our YouTube family. So welcome in. I really appreciate you guys being here. My name is AD Robertson. Yes, I am your success coach. And every day when we come on here live, Monday through Friday from 12 to 2, there are two objectives that we have. The first objective is to create a sense of connectedness and community, family, if you will, because it's tough out here in these streets. So we want you to realize that this is a safe space for you. The second goal that we have is that every day when we come on here, we always have a topic that we discuss that is empowering and impactful at a meaningful level and is written from a space of universal law, quantum mechanics, spiritual tradition, and some psychology in there too. So welcome in, and we're gonna get this party started. I'm glad to have each and every one of you with us. And if we have any newbies in the building, if you are a newbie here on TikTok or here on YouTube, let us know by simply putting newbie in the chat. If you put newbie in the chat, let us know so we can love on you. Come on now, put it in there. So let's see. And while y'all putting that in there, we're gonna be doing a little brief recap. Okay, is this real to Barb Life for real? Hey, for real, how you doing? Welcome in. And now let me see, Malkeem. Let me make sure I pronounce this right now. I see. Listen, see, I see. I don't want to mispronounce that. I see Nikki. I say Nika in there. I see Anika in. I see Anika in there. So we're gonna call you Anika. I hope that doesn't bother you, but welcome in. So glad to have you in here with us. Thank you for. We got us some nice newbies in here today. Welcome in for real. Welcome in. Welcome in. So glad to have y'all here. Y'all love on them for me. And again, if you are a newbie and we haven't loved on you yet, let us know that you're a newbie. Welcome in this place, man. This is listen, because you might find that if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. So stick around. So here we go. We're talking about worthiness. Worthiness. The frequency of worthiness being believing what you deserve more instantly expands your life. How that happens and why. Why and how. Believing you deserve more instantly expands your life. Worthiness becomes magnetic. Worthiness becomes magnetic. Worthiness becomes magnetic. Welcome in. Welcome in, sunshine. Good to see you in here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, we're going to do a little recap. Welcome in our YouTube family. So glad to have y'all over here. It's going to be a good time, so don't disappear now because we got a great topic today. Again, our topic is the frequency of worthiness. And let me lay some foundational stuff here before we get too deep down into it. We live in an energetic universe, okay? We live in an energetic universe, and because we live in an energetic universe, it has a language. Yes, that's right. It has a language. And that language, it speaks volumes. But you say, what AD, what is that language? The language of an energetic universe, our energetic universe, is frequency. It is vibration. And so you may say, well, where does this frequency come from? Well, in part, that frequency that I'm speaking of, in part, it comes from us. It comes from us. It comes from the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. I'm going to say that again. It comes from the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. Those four things, they create what I like to call the protocols of alignment. And those protocols of alignment create a resonance, a frequency, and that frequency is projected out into the quantum field. And as it's projected out into the quantum field then reflects it back to us as reality. So what does that say? The universal law of correspondence underpins that by saying, as within, so without, as above, so below, as it is in the east, so shall it be in the west. So whatever it is that you are experiencing out here in the real world as reality, what you're experiencing as reality is literally systemic of what's going on inside. It is reflective of what's happening on the inside. So again, your thoughts, the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience, They literally are projected out into the quantum field. The quantum field receives it and then reflects it back to us as what you and I experience as reality. So, where your focus goes, energy flows. Where your focus goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. See, the universe does not give us what we ask for. The universe gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. I'm going to say it again. The universe does not give us what we ask for. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. And so our identity and how that plays into today is so powerful. So if that makes any sense to you, put yes in the chat. If it doesn't, if I need to go over it again, if I need to help it, listen, let me know. If it makes sense to you, put yes in the chat so that we can keep moving. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, what up? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Awakening. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Fine Wine. And I want to Malkia. I think that's right, Malkia. Thank you, Malkia. Good, 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 good. So excellent, excellent. So we're going to keep moving. All right. So as we're moving, our conversation today, let's bring it on home. So we've been talking about, this is day 2 of this conversation. We've been talking about the frequency of worthiness. Worthiness, I want you to see worthiness as a frequency because we live in an energetic universe and the universe's language is frequency. So we want the universe to respond to us based upon our worthiness. So worthiness becomes magnetic the moment we stop chasing it and start inhabiting it. One of the biggest things that I need to lay foundationally right now is that unfortunately, for many of us, our worthiness, where we don't realize that we determine how much we're worth. As we look within ourselves, we look within our talents, our skills, our gifts, and all that kind of stuff, we determine our self-worth. But unfortunately, we were raised in a culture that the first place that we look for our identity, for our self-worth, our self-value is in the eyes of somebody else. We began our journey by looking into the eyes of our parents, the eyes of our mother, the eyes of our father, the people in our tribe, our community. And we wanted to see the regard, the respect, the honor in their eyes so that we saw value in ourselves. Unfortunately, many of us faced situations growing up to where, thank you if you know, you know. Thank you, what up? Many of us faced situations where the definition of our worthiness was based upon transaction. I'm going to say that again, that our worthiness was based upon transaction. That when we did something, when we did our homework, when we did our chores, when we did the thing that we were supposed to be doing, we were rewarded. And so that being rewarded, that reinforced this concept that if I do the thing that the family tells me to do, if I fall within the construct of the tribe, then the tribe will accept me and reward me for it because they praise me for the things that I do. And so that programming was seeking external validation. That's right. If you know, you know. So we look for this validation outside of ourselves, which unfortunately is debilitating the older we get because we carry this mindset over into adulthood and we continue to look for validation outside of us. We look for validation in the eyes of our family, our friends, our significant others, our tribe. Exactly, Annie. I must perform in order to be acknowledged. It's performative. It's this idea that everything is based upon what we do. And what we do determines our self-worth and self-value. One of the first questions that people ask you in the world when you meet them for the first time, and they say, and it's polite, I guess, but it's a part of the programming. They say, well, what is it that you do? What is it that you do for a living? And I used to like to tell people, oh, I don't have no job. Because I didn't, technically. But that's one of those things. One of the first things people do is to try to size your worth up. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Does anybody recognize that? People they want to size you up. They want to see where they can codify and define you and put you what box they need to place you in. Should you be on a superior box? Should be you be in the box that as a peer, or should you be in the box of someone that is lesser than? So people externally look for a definition. So not only do we define other people by our own perception, we allow other people to define us too. And so that's how we do it. That's how we discern whether we're going to sit here on live and make a determination whether we're going to sit here and listen to this guy AD. And so this thing about determining our worthiness is based upon transaction, based upon what it is that you do. But I want you to hold something different today. I want you to hold it differently today. I want you, just for a moment, I want you to hold worthiness as a frequency. All right? I want you to hold worthiness as a frequency. Your subconscious mind responds instantly when we decide that more is our new normal. Worthiness is not a reward. If you're writing any notes, and again, we're just doing the recap right now. Worthiness is not a reward. Worthiness is not a reward. It is a frequency that expands everything it touches. And so when we start talking about the energetics of worthiness, worthiness vibrates like a tuning fork inside the subconscious mind, pulling in experiences that match the frequency. We laid foundationally that we live in an energetic universe, and this universe vibrates, and the language of this universe is frequency. So as a tuning fork, the subconscious mind simply recognizes this frequency as it vibrates, and it begins to start to pull experiences that match that frequency. How? Why does that happen? Is it wrong for me to feel validated? Is it wrong for me to feel validated in here? I sure hope not. No, absolutely. No, see, there's nothing wrong. See, here's the thing. There's a difference between validation, because what happens in here is we are a reflection of you. Because if you feel comfortable in this space, if you feel comfortable in the oasis, if you feel comfortable around all of these amazing, beautiful people, that's a good thing. Because what happens is the universe is now matching your vibrational frequency. So you would not have shown up in this live had you not, and I'm speaking to Elena, if you were not of a vibrational match for that which what we got going on in here. And so when you come in here and you hear what we got going on, and you see how everybody loves on each other, you see how they connect in the oasis, you see how people ascend up the ladder and they become members of the Oasis Mind Spa, and it resonates with you, and you find validation in that because of the conversations that we're having. Oh, absolutely not. That's not a bad thing at all. We are merely a reflection of what's going on inside of you. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That's big. Thank you. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you. I'm just making sure that I'm caught all up. I'll make sure I'm caught all up. You just validated what I told myself today about my worth. You are there. So you are a vibrational match for this space. Anybody else feel that they're a vibrational match for this space here? That they're a vibrational match for the oasis, for this room? I come here and you speak, and it validates to me that I am on the right track. Absolutely. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, If You Know, You Know. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Divine Daddy. Oh, yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Delisa. Thank you. So, no, and so that means everything to me. That's excellent. That's excellent. I'm glad to hear that. What up? I'm glad to hear that. That's a good thing. We need more practitioners out here in these streets. We definitely do. But welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So worthiness vibrates like a tuning fork inside of the subconscious mind, and it begins to resonate at a space where you start calling out of the quantum field that which is a vibrational match for that worthiness. The subconscious mind doesn't debate your value. It simply carries out whatever worthiness script it has been installed. So that worthiness script, what script are you running right now? Because remember, the subconscious mind loves, hey, Poetic, good to see you on. And listen, and just as a reminder, as you come in, make sure you grab those daily heartbeats so you can get those 46 engagement points. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. And again, if we have any more newbies in here, let us know that you're a newbie by simply putting newbie in the chat if we've not already acknowledged you. If we haven't acknowledged you yet, please put newbie in the chat so that we can love on you. And again, welcome in. Welcome in all of our wonderful people. So quantum mechanics shows us that energy becomes formed based upon expectation, not effort or anxiety. Many of you from an energetic space, you start to hold this anxiousness, and as if you have to hustle and you have to grind and you have to make things happen in order for you to have self-worth and self-value. And that comes from that systemic thing of actually having a transactional type of upbringing, that your worthiness is based upon what you do for me. And so you become a people pleaser and you start doing all of that. Welcome in, Awakening. Welcome in. Y'all love on Awakening for me. Thanks to my sister, Trinity, for putting me on. Okay, Trinity. Okay. Hey, Trinity, one of your people over here is on YouTube, Sunshine Butterfly. She said, thank you. Listen, Sunshine, glad to have you with us. I really am. This is exciting stuff. So let's keep going. And so that we can make sure that we are on point for today. Early imprinting, how worthiness was programmed. That's your sister. Okay. Well, hey, sis. Welcome in, Sunshine. So glad to have you with us. Hey, Scarlett. Welcome in, superstar. Good to see you. Come on in. Come on in. Many of us learn to negotiate for love long before we learn to express ourselves. We negotiated for love. We used our own emotions to dominate, manipulate, and to control our environment as babies. And we kept that same mindset as adults. Many of us did. Many of us literally use childhood patterns, often become adult worthiness loops that replay without permission because the subconscious mind constantly. That's right, Scarlett. Our subconscious mind, it literally runs the programming. It runs the programming, whatever is programmed. So we're talking about worthiness today. So it runs your worthiness program. How much are you worth? How much are you worth? Childhood patterns often become adult worthiness loops that replay without permission. And see, here's the thing. So based upon how you see yourself is over-explaining yourself, undercharging for your services, goods, products, whatever, undercharging. Then you may find yourself apologizing for existing or feeling guilty when life gets good. Some of you shrink. Some of you shrink. Hey, Henson, good to see you on. Could see you coming in. Some of us shrink. Some of us shrink. And we fail to show our beauty and our magnificence because we want to be accepted by the tribe. And as I said yesterday, we allow the mediocre, myopic view of mediocre people begin to define how much worth you have. And so because we are programmed, many of us, to look outside of ourselves for our self-worth and self-value. Good to see you on, Henson. Because, thank you for grabbing that daily heart, me too. And because many of us look outside of ourselves for our self-worth and our self-value, it's easy for others to influence how we see ourselves. Does that make sense, y'all? Because we were raised and we were programmed from childhood to look into our tribe's eyes, into our mother's eyes, into our father's eyes for our validation, for our self-worth, our self-value. It's easy for us to continue that same trend as adults. We continue to look for validation in the eyes of our significant other, our husband, our wife, our children, our family, our job, our supervisors. We're looking for that validation. And so we allow others to define who we are and how we see ourselves. And so those childhood patterns, again, often become adult worthiness loops over and over and over again. Neuroplasticity reminds us that no matter how early the imprint, the mind can be rewritten. Neuroplasticity is your ability to shift your mind. It's your ability to change and to grow and to become new, to learn new things. Hey, Nikki, good to see you on. Welcome on. Good to see you. No, you good to go. Listen, just hey Nikki, just going on back there in the back and turn in your late slip to Fine Wine. She got you covered. Now she might be driving at the moment, but she's still taking late slips. Come on there. Good to see you. All right, Southern Goddess, good to see you up in here. Good to see you. And so talking about neuroplasticity as a reality, it is your ability, it's your mind's ability to grow, to flex, to become, to absorb something new, to learn new programs, new patterns of behavior, new functionalities. It's the plasticity of your mind. And so as we have this conversation today, I'm stretching the neuroplasticity of this right here in you, because I'm pushing the envelope because I want you to begin to have a true dialogue with yourself about where it is that you are and what it is that you're trying to do. Southern Goddess, that's a good thing. Awesome. I'm glad to have. Listen, welcome into the family. If this is your vibe, this might be your tribe, Southern Goddess. Good to see you in here. All right. And then the quantum field, the frequency of deserving. The quantum field reminds us, simply put, that it responds to identity. So the way we see ourselves becomes the broadcast. Remember, every day throughout the day, your subconscious mind is broadcasting a signal, how you see yourself. And it's so important. The very foundation of the life that you're experiencing is systemic of the subconscious mind. 95% of what you and I experience every single day is systemic of the subconscious mind. And so where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. And so in the quantum field, you got to understand that identity is everything. The universe does not give to us based upon how we see ourselves. Come on now. Come on, our newbies. Come on up here. The universe doesn't give to us based upon how we see ourselves. The universe gives to us based upon, wait a minute, I said that wrong. I am sorry. The universe does not give us what we ask for. Y'all supposed to catch me in that. See, I was trying to trick y'all. The universe does not give us what we ask for. The universe gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. So our identity is absolutely key. The thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience, they create a frequency. They create that resonance. That resonance is projected out into the quantum field. The quantum field then receives it and reflects it back to us as reality based upon our identity. What does identity do? What does it create? Our identity creates standards and boundaries. Those standards and boundaries, the new you versus the old you, the unworthy you versus the worthy you, have two totally different sets of boundaries and two totally different sets of standards. All right? So again, the quantum field responds to identity. The quantum field responds to identity. The universe rearranges itself the moment we shift from can I to of course I can. So the self-dialogue that you have going on, the self-dialogue, the internal dialogue that you have going on that happens in your subconscious mind, literally, it rearranges everything. The subconscious mind, the universe rearranges itself the moment we shift from can I to of course I can. Just that simple. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. Just that simple. The law of assumption amplifies whatever identity we choose to embody. What is the law of assumption? Is it possible to just choose to feel an emotion, or do I have to change my beliefs first? Well, they work, Sandy, they work. That's a great question. See, they work hand in hand, because your beliefs elicit a feeling. Because how you feel emotionally is going to be systemic in great part to the beliefs that you hold as true, especially how you see yourself. And so this is a powerful understanding. But the very first thing that you have to understand is identity is always going to be first. Identity is first, and you need to put that first because the universe does not give to us based upon the work of our hands. It does not give to us based upon us asking and begging and pleading for a thing to show up. Now, it gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. Are we the person that embodies everything that you're asking for? So if you're asking for wealth, abundance, prosperity, healing, better relationships, do you embody that? And is that a part of your makeup? Are the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you feel, are they in alignment with that? And so when it comes to how you feel, always remember, feeling or emotion is what? Energy and motion. So it's absolutely vital for you to be in alignment with that and understand that where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Hopefully I answered that question for you. Hey Glam, good to see you on. Good to see you on. Excellent. Welcome in everybody. All right. So this law of assumption. So as you assume a posture, as you assume a particular identity, that identity that you are assuming, the law of assumption says that the universe is going to respond to that which you assume about yourself. So if you assume that you're wealthy, and I'm not talking about that statement, we're gonna fake it until we make it. We don't do that one. Excellent. Thank you, Sandy. No, we don't get on with that fake it till you make it. No, we be it until we see it. We be it until we see it. So the universe is going to respond to what you be. What do you be? You be based upon your identity. All right? That's it. That's it. That's it. We're good. We're good. We're good. And so if y'all are ready for part 4, let's go. We're all caught up. We're all caught up on today. If we're ready for part 4, put 4 in the chat. If you're ready for part 4, put 4 in the chat. Concerned about the frequency I'm putting out during shadow work. Does transmutation realign? I would need to ask you a whole host of questions to do that, Elena. I can't answer that one right there. But frequency is everything. Frequency is super important. Super, 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 super important. And that frequency is what's broadcast out into the quantum. And the quantum is going to reflect that back to you as reality. So you are right to be concerned about what frequency you're putting forth. Especially, during your shadow work. I mean, we all have to go within and we have to embrace the balance. And see, shadow work is about understanding the balance that you have. You have light and you have dark. We live in a relative universe. And this universe is what we experience in this universe is predicated by that reality that, we have good and we have bad. We have happy, we have sad, we have wealthy, we have, all kinds. We have the different aspects of ourselves relative to one another. So no, I get the question, but it was for me to really deep down. It's really important for us to have even more questions about that. I'm not learning to. I'm learning to not reject the dark parts of me. Oh yeah, absolutely. I embrace every part of me. And and the moment you realize that you're going to be the bad guy in somebody's story, you'll be all right. You'll be the bad guy in somebody's story. It's okay. I'm the bad guy in somebody's story. That's all right. I mean, it's going to happen. And I hope you free yourself from it. So here's part 4. The psychology of self-sabotage and what's actually happening. Most self-sabotage is just the subconscious trying to protect us from a life we don't feel worthy to receive. Think about that for a moment. Allow that to resonate within you. Allow that to resonate within you. Most self-sabotage, because self-sabotage is a real thing. Self-sabotage, you sabotage all kinds of stuff because remember how the subconscious mind works. The subconscious mind works. It's based upon a few things. It's based upon the repetition, what it experiences most often. Thank you, Monique. It is based upon repetition. It's based upon how you see yourself. It's based upon what is familiar. And so self-sabotage is usually the subconscious literally trying to protect itself or protect us from a life that we don't feel worthy to receive or we don't understand. And so if we don't feel worthy to receive abundance and prosperity and healing, then what happens is we begin to take action and it shows up in the form of self-sabotage. Any people, so as you find, like you find yourself going into a new relationship and you say, okay, I'm gonna start dating again. And this guy or this girl, your partner, your new partner, your new prospect is absolutely amazing. Oh man. Anybody ever encountered somebody that was so amazing? They say something can't be right. Something got to be wrong. Something. Anybody ever been in that space where they just met somebody so unbelievable, so amazing? They be like, what's your story? Why you still single? Why is everything, so what begins to happen? What is that? What you start not returning the phone calls. You start to feel anxious behind the fact that they're so amazing. And you side eye. And so what begins to happen, because one is this is new, two, it's also a reflection of how worthy you feel you are as it pertains to having this particular person. So when you begin to internally not see yourself as worthy of this amazing person, you begin to self-sabotage. You begin to put them on pedestals. In fact, I remember my first mentor saying, reminded me, I'm in my 20s, and I met this girl. Oh man, this girl, she was from Eritrea. And she had this presence that was just absolutely regal. And it's Eritrea is right there outside of Ethiopia. And I mean, she was absolutely stunning. It was almost as if she walked around with a crown on her head. And my mentor said, hey, make sure you don't put her on a pedestal so high that you can't reach her. And at the time, I really didn't understand what that meant. And so I began the process of self-sabotage because I was not reading the room. Listen, Richard, listen, we got like 3 or 4 hypnotists in this room today. That's so cool. That's never happened before for us to have that many hypnotists in this room. So welcome in. So one of the self-sabotaging things that I began to do was to put her up on a pedestal. Now, I would never be in 21, not being about 21, 22 years old. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I'm allowed to self-sabotage because I didn't know what I was doing. My mentor warned me not to put her on a pedestal so high that that like all of the cool things that I would do, I would never invite her to. Like all of the wonderful places that I was going and having a whole bunch of fun that I thought was like beneath her, I didn't invite her to. So what I was doing was not allowing her, I wasn't allowing her into my world. Now, because I had placed her on this pedestal, because how she presented, I saw her as this amazing, beautiful, regal, queen from Eritrea, and we kind of fell off. I self-sabotage. Watch this now. Months later, I go to, I'm at a lounge. I'm at the Jaguar Stadium. And they got pool rooms all in the clubhouse. They got pool tables all in the clubhouse. And I looked, and who do I see drinking a beer and playing pool? The girl from Eritrea. She's there with a guy, his pants kind of sagging a little bit. And she's having the time of her life. And I'm sitting up there like, I destroyed my own opportunity because I self-sabotage. That was based upon how I saw my worth. I didn't think that how I rolled and how I lived on a regular day-to-day basis was good enough for the queen. And so I I didn't do what my mentor told me not to do. He told me not to put her on a pedestal so high that I couldn't reach. That was self-sabotage. You see how that works? You see how that works? I'm being the person I hope to attract. The qualities I'm looking for, I must possess. Absolutely. And so that's a part of the self-worth and the self-value. Thank you, Divine. I appreciate that. That's a rough, no, it was a rough lesson. It was a rough lesson, but it was a true lesson. And again, I'm 20 something years old, so I deserve to make all of the mistakes in the world. And it was okay. It was absolutely okay. And so for us, most self-sabotage is just the subconscious mind trying to protect us. Because that's what the subconscious mind does. It protects us from the unfamiliar. That's what it does. It protects us from the unfamiliar. Yeah, you live and you learn. I did. And I learned then. I don't put them. Listen, I can't I can't recite what the other axioms my mentor gave me. You know. But yeah, I never did that again. I never made that mistake. All right, here we go. The nervous system. The nervous system sometimes confuses expansion with danger. Why does that happen? What do I tell y'all? The subconscious mind loves the familiar. The moment you begin to do something new, the moment you begin to try to embody a new persona, when you move from being broke to being rich, when you move from being single to being married or attached, when you move from one reality to the next, when you move from one level of worthiness to another level of worthiness or higher level of worthiness, it is the unfamiliar. And because the subconscious mind does not like the unfamiliar, because the subconscious mind does not like the unfamiliar, it is going to protect you from the unfamiliar. And so it starts to self-sabotage. It starts to do all kinds of crazy stuff. You start having limiting beliefs. You start having limited beliefs. Does that make sense, y'all? If this makes sense, what I'm talking about right now, and we're still tied into our worthiness. If this makes sense, put yes in the chat. If this makes sense to you, put yes in the chat. Over here on YouTube too. Come on. If this makes sense, let me know. Thank you, Southern Goddess. Thank you. Thank you, Janae. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you. I almost sabotaged myself out of a trip to Italy. Ooh, that'd have been a terrible thing. I'm living my testimony last week. Wait a minute now. What testimony now? Hold on. I'm living my testimony. I'm living testimony last week. Come on now. What you talking about? If you know, you know. Don't play with it. Because you know we nosy in here. We want to know the dibs. We want to know what's going on. You taking notes, Trinity? All right, here it is. Yeah, we want to know. And here's the thing, and as we're at the top of the hour, did you say something that the nervous system sometimes confuses expansion with danger? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, Sandy. Inquiring minds want to know. Here we go. The nervous system sometimes confuses expansion with danger. So the moment you start to move into areas and territories that are new, I can't get out of my own head. Oh no, I understand that, Wise. That's why one of the most popular sessions that I do is quieting the noise. The type of scripting that I create is called quieting the noise. Because in your subconscious mind, if you can't turn off that brain, and from overthinking, it will mad you. It will be absolutely maddening. So the nervous system, so back to it. The nervous system sometimes confuses expansion with danger. So it tries to pull us back to safety. What does the subconscious mind believe is safe? That which is familiar. And even if that which is familiar is uncomfortable, this is why some people can wind up being in relationships that are not serving them, that are abusive, but they still stay. They rather deal with the devil that they know, that foolishness that we heard our elders say. It's better to deal with the devil that you know. The devil is a liar. Even still, the devil is a liar. So because your nervous system sees the new thing or the expansion into the new area as dangerous, the subconscious mind begins to throw up resistance. And so because it throws up resistance, it shows up in all kinds of limiting belief patterns, all kinds of patterns. So it's the same thing with abundance. So Abundance and worthiness go hand in hand. When you feel worthy, you easily attract wealth and abundance. But the moment you stop seeing yourself as worthy, you start pushing abundance away. Just doing way too much. Okay, I got you. If you know, you know. I'm working with this. I'm working with this front and center right now. I got you, Annie. Last week was living the testimony to the old me showing up and acting out. Oh, just doing. Oh yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you. If you know, you know. I get you. I get you. Which saying that you still hate that saying? Oh yeah, deal with the devil. You know. Yeah, we don't do that. And so again, yes, Monique, leading you to self-sabotage. So that your nervous system is going to respond. That's why your belly feels, you feel butterflies and all of that kind of stuff, and you start self-sabotaging. And so that's why these old patterns, you have to get beyond them. And because we're at the top of the hour, this is the perfect time. Listen, let me put this out there. If you want to work with me one-on-one, and I'm thinking this is the last time I'm going to open the doors for this year, because we're wrapping up the year. We only have a few years. A few years. We only have a few days left in the year. But what I'm going to do, if you want to work with me one-on-one, and you say, AD, I'm ready to take my life to the next level, I just put a form right here. Go ahead and fill that form out. Some of you have filled out forms yesterday. I'm going to be getting back to them between today and tomorrow. And it's me. This is not some vetting person on the phone or whatever. No, I'm actually doing this. You are conversing with me. When I'm messaging you, it's not a messaging service. It's not a place where, no, it is me. So if you all will give me a few more, moments to get back to you, go ahead and fill that out. Now, you don't need, Nikki, you're locked and loaded. You don't have to fill out anything. You're already in the system. And so I want you to make sure money is a serious problem. Oh, and I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that in a second. But if you want to work with me one-on-one, I need you to go ahead and no, you can't hate money. No, sir. And I'm going to address that in a second, because that in and of itself wise is a limiting belief that is systemic of financial trauma. You unfortunately, and you know what? I want to thank you for even saying that, because what that's going to allow us to push into another space. Don't hate money. Because what it is that you really are saying is that you have there's some financial trauma that may be still lingering over, that causes you to not feel comfortable around money. And so if we're locked in for tomorrow night, that's good. So it's really, really key. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, go ahead. That banner that was there, go ahead. This is probably the last time I open the doors. This is the last time I open the doors for this year, because we are busy. We are very, very busy, and I love what I do. Here's the next thing. Pull your calendars out. Go ahead and pull them out. Pull them out quick. December the 23rd. December the 23rd. That's a Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am hosting a virtual hypnosis experience. And this month's theme is absolutely powerful. You do not want to miss it, especially if you're looking to make 2026 your year. Because if you listen, always remember, old keys don't open new doors. Old keys don't open new doors. And so this month's theme is, oh, that's your son's birthday. Beautiful. This month's theme is, very, very simply put, healing the inner child. That's right. This month's theme is healing the inner child. Because unless we begin to heal the inner child, we're in trouble. Unless we heal that inner child, we're going to continue to get the same things that we've always gotten. That date is December the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is the virtual hypnosis experience. Now, you can, now, what you need to do, you need to go to you know where to go. I can't say it online. It's a different place. But what I need you to do, unfortunately, I can't. But if you go to my profile, you know where to go. There it says virtual hypnosis experience. it go and when you go to virtual hypnosis experience, you're able to do a registration. You're able to do the registration. Gotcha. Thank you, Elena. And so you can do the virtual hypnosis registration. It's $95 for the registration. But because you guys have been here with me, you can, and I need somebody to put this in there. Can you put this in there? Because I know Fine Wine is driving. Can somebody put in OMS 49? That's the discount code. When you do the registration for the virtual hypnosis experience, you can get it for $49 today when you do it. Okay? Excellent. Thank you, Nikki. You are awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Trinity. So yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all. So when you do that, you'll get access to it. You all don't want to miss this month. I'm telling you right now. And listen, if you want to message me, you can message me, but you do not want to miss this month's virtual hypnosis experience. It is the last one for the year. It is going to be one of the most powerful, life-changing one because we are talking about healing the inner child. Because in order for you to walk in everything that you have seen, your subconscious mind has to be recalibrated to prepare for the success that you're going to walk in 2026. And until you address the stuff, until you become the version of you that your 5-year-old self needed, you know the version of you, you know what the 5, the 6, the 7-year-old version of you needed. You know exactly what you needed. And until you become that version, you're going to still wrestle with those same maladies from childhood. So it is absolutely perfect. That's exactly what you need. Yeah, so it's December the 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the last session that I'm going to be doing before the holidays. So listen, I hope to see you there. Many of you have already done the registration. I'm really excited about it. I appreciate you guys. I'll tell my hubby to be, listen, there you go. That's what to do. That's what you do, Nikki. It is going to be absolutely powerful and you all are invited. Now, let me put this here. If any part, this is really, really important. If any part of what we have been talking about, and we're about to we're going to keep this thing going. If any part of what it is that we've been talking about resonates with you at any meaningful level, this is the source. Can y'all see this banner right here where it says Cracking the Abundance Code for the TikTok shop? I love it. I love it. Thank you, Elena. Okay, you can see it. Okay, great. Thank you, Monique. If you have not grabbed your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, go ahead and get it. Cracking the Abundance Code is a book that I authored. I released it in the spring of this year, and it has been really, really impactful. If you found what we've been talking about, especially about your worthiness is key. Seeing yourself as absolutely worthy, it is a vibrational frequency. And that frequency, as you broadcast worthiness out into the quantum field, you begin to attract things that are the same. You begin to attract it into your space that are vibrationally a match for the worthiness program that you're running. And so instead of operating from I don't like money. I understand what that means when you say I don't like money or I hate money. I understand that because that's not really the case. Because if I gave you $100 million, you would be probably truly appreciative if I were to give you $100 million. But at the same token, your very nature is abundance. There's bad girl, Mimi. Yes. Vibrational match for everything I'm manifesting. Absolutely. There's Mimi. Good to see you on, bad girl number 1. Good to see you on. Thank you so much. So as when we look at Cracking the Abundance Code, I wrote this book so that you will be able to understand the financial trauma that you have experienced, whether as a child or as a young adult, how you let that energy go, how you let those things, that trauma go, because until you heal from that trauma, you have to wrestle with the limiting beliefs that come from it. Limiting beliefs. Thank you, Mimi, for coming in here. Thank you, Sabali. So glad to see Sabali in here. Listen. I don't know if you felt that good energy that we sent out to you yesterday, Sabali. We sent some great energy because we knew that you were having a little something done yesterday, And so very first chapter is limiting beliefs, beginning to understand what they are. And so going through this first chapter and understanding what the limiting beliefs are that you're holding on to, because your very nature is abundant. Thank you so much. If you know, you know, your very nature is abundant. How you see yourself, you should be receiving all of the abundance that your heart and hands can hold. But if your reality is reflective of something different, if you're not experiencing all of the abundance that you have seen for yourself, I get it. And so I want to help you to tap into that so that you can let go of those limiting beliefs. And in the very front, guess what we have? We have a 21-day roadmap. This 21-day roadmap is designed to help you step by step, day by day, what you need to be doing in order to incorporate this process into your daily life, your daily routine. This is not a challenge. This is literally like having me with you step by step, day by day, going over each and everything that you need to be doing to become the better version of yourself, to be in alignment with wealth and abundance. And when you order your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, guess what? I'm going to ship this bad boy out to you. I'm going to ship it out to you today. It's going to be there. It should be there before Christmas. If you need to get it for a gift for a family member, this is a powerful, powerful piece. You definitely want to grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. I'm going to put your name in here. I'm going to sign it. I am going to put a special note in. I'm also going to send you a little gift with it at the same time. So go ahead and grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, because we're about to get back to our topic. Let me unpin this. Where are my meditation people at? Where you at? Where are my meditation people at? If you are, I just put down here. Can y'all see this banner? I'm going to do more in it today when I get a few minutes. Okay, good, Nikki. Excellent, excellent. Get away from the goblins. Don't call the babies goblins. But look here. Look here. Listen, I want to listen, and let's celebrate for real. Let's celebrate for real for grabbing their copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. Let's go ahead and do that. Congratulate them. Let's go ahead and congratulate them for grabbing their copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. I'm so excited. I'm excited for you. I see. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Oh, you keep a lavender candle in your bag. So listen, now watch this. Watch this. So what I put down here, I've created a series of meditation candles, and they are meditation manifestation candles. Let's go ahead and just call a spade what it is. And so the very first candle that you hear that's a part of the Triple Bliss set is the abundance candle. This is one of my favorites because it works. It works. Yes. So the abundance candle, each one of these candles, they're handcrafted. These are hand poured. These are not from some shop or somewhere that we don't know. We hand pour these in-house. We do everything from the labeling, the packaging, the shipping, the handling, the formulation, all of that stuff. Each one of these candles there's 100% soy, natural soy base. There's a cotton wick in there. Each one of them is infused with essential oils. So the abundance candle is infused with what is it? It's infused with lemongrass and bergamot. So lemongrass, bergamot, and lodestone oil. What is a lodestone? A lodestone is a magnet. So this is to help with manifestation. So this is abundance. Lodestone is going to help to draw and attract that into your space. So this is an amazing thing to have. You got to have it. The abundance count. Listen, you see Trinity. She already messaged me the other day. She says the abundance candle works, y'all. Yes, she does. It really does. And she gave a number. And I like the number that she received. That's a real nice number. That's an AD number. I like that number. Yeah. You have the candle burning right now. That's a good thing. So no, you definitely want to get your Triple Bliss set, because the very first one is the abundance candle. It is absolutely powerful. It is magnetic. I'm telling you right now, I use it. In fact, I use it in my meditation time. This morning, I have it sitting at my desk while I'm working, while I'm writing scripts. Yes, Mimi says it works. Yes, it does. Now, here's the next one. This is one of my favorites. This is the Heal candle. This is the Heal candle. This one is rose essential oil infused in it. And you see how beautiful that is? That's the actual rose petals inside of here. And it smells utterly amazing. It really does. You know, I'm a dude, but I like the rose scent. I'm sorry. It really does. And so, like, if you come into the studio and you're working with me, a lot of times when we're doing the healing practices, we have the rose, the heal candle burnt. We have that. We have it lit. Yeah, no, no. Yeah, I knew what you were talking about, Elena. I knew what you were talking about. But you definitely need to get this one. This needs to be a part of your meditation time. So especially if you're recovering, you're healing. This is a great aromatherapy approach and manifestation for that healing. And last but not least, and don't go anywhere, is our happy candle. You can't attract wealth and abundance without being happy because it is a vibrational frequency. Everything in the universe vibrates and it has a frequency. And this one is lemon verbena. My goodness. But this one does smell good. You keep this one on the nightstand. No, it's very relaxing. It's very peaceful. Lemon verbena is spectacular. It is it is absolutely spectacular. So you want this you cannot be depressed at smelling rose. You cannot be depressed smelling this beautiful lemon verbena. If you've been to those high-end resorts and places, this is that scent that doesn't, and I just love it. So make sure that you grab your Triple Bliss set. And it's a great time. It's the holiday season. Go ahead and we'll ship that bad boy out to you today. You don't have to deal with the hustle and bustle of going to the store. So I'm going to leave this up here for 5 more seconds. And we're going to get back with our topic. We're going to get back with our topic in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and unpin that bad boy. Yes, no, I'm glad. I'm really appreciative of those of you who are sharing your testimonials about how the candles work, about how the Oasis Mind Spa has been working, has been impactful. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I celebrate y'all. Thank y'all so much for grabbing your copy of Cracking Abundance Code. Those bad boys are going to go be sent out today. And the same thing with your Triple Bliss set. And listen, y'all been buying me out. I promise you, y'all been wearing us out, but which is a great thing. So let's go ahead and let's keep going with our topic for today. If y'all are ready for part 5, put 5 in the chat. If you're ready for part 5, put 5 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Eclectic Mommy, for sharing out this live. Thank you so much. And listen, you all, if you are looking to, this is a great time. This is a really great time. Hopefully y'all will be a part of the virtual hypnosis experience. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one, it's a great time. If you know, you know. Told y'all them candles right now are powerful. They really are powerful. They really are powerful. I'm just going to say thank you. Yes, they are. They are. And if you listen, so they'll still be there. You can go right there in the TikTok shop and you can order yours. And again, if you want to work with me one-on-one, there's that little orange arrow down there. You can fill out that form. And we'll definitely be in contact and make sure that everything is in alignment for us to do that. And we'll probably close it down and we'll pick back up at the beginning of the year. But now is if you're ready, let's do that. All right, let's rock and roll. Worthiness and the law of reciprocity. Worthiness and the law of reciprocity. The universe responds to the energetic tone behind how we treat ourselves. I'm going to say that again. The universe responds to the very tone of how we treat ourselves. Question: are you the main character in your story? Are you the main character in your own story? Are you the main character in your life? Because so many people put everything and everyone before themselves. They put the children ahead of themselves. They put their husbands, their wives, they put their jobs, they put their family members, everybody. They think it's admirable. You've been taught that it's admirable to put everybody else before you. Sacrificing how you treat yourself. Thank you, Eclectic Mom. Sacrificing. Precious time that you have. But the universe responds to the energetic tone behind how we treat ourselves. If we're teaching people and we're teaching the universe how to treat us and how to give to us, but we're not the main character in our story, then well, who's receiving all of the blessings? Definitely not us. Gotta put me first, Lucius. Get on back there to the back, Mimi. Listen, y'all come get your girl. Come get your girl, come get your girl, come get your girl, come get your girl. She just gotta poop. That's fine. We put yourself first, Mimi. That's fine. Put yourself first. I'm everything I knew I was and more. That's it. The universe responds to the energetic tone behind how we treat ourselves. Do you treat yourself with luxury? Do you pamper yourself? Do you love on yourself? Do you make yourself and your needs a priority in your life? Yes, you have gremlins. I get it, Nikki. You got to remember to be more patient with yourself. Listen, and how you speak to yourself. The words that you say, how you speak to yourself, how you love on you, how you pamper you, how you show up for you. Listen, here's the question. You show up for everybody else. You show up for your mom. You show up for your dad. You show up for the kids. You show up for the job. You show up for everybody else, but you won't show up for you. You take care of the house before you take care of yourself. You take care of the car. You put more attention and more focus in the car than you do for yourself. Okay. All right. Worthiness determines how much love, money, and opportunity we allow ourselves to receive. You are deserving of so much more, but because you've been not placing yourself first, because you don't see yourself as worthy, that's what you're literally, subconsciously, that's literally what you are telling yourself. Literally, that's what you're telling the universe how to treat you, how to deal with you. How you teach everybody in your space. I'm glad you're here today. Eclectic Mommy. This your time. Worthiness determines your worthiness, how you see yourself as worthy. The worthiness program that you're running on right now, it literally determines how much love you receive. It determines how much money you attract into your life. It determines the opportunities that show up. What you are open to receive. That is so absolutely vital. It's so absolutely vital. Giving from depletion. How many of you right now feel like you're depleted? How many people feel worn out? How many are tired already and the season is just starting? The holiday season is fastly approaching. We're in the holiday season, but who's already worn out? Who's tired? If that's you, put me in the chat. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Eclectic. Thank you, Songbird. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Lori. I was told it was okay to rest, so I did, and I am. Very good. It is okay for you to rest. Giving from depletion. Giving from depletion is often a sign of low self-worth, while giving from overflow is divine alignment. If you're going to write anything down today, write this down. Giving from a place of depletion is often a sign of low self-worth. When you're already depleted, when you have no more energy, when you have nothing else to give, but you still give out of that. You still give to the kids. You still give to the significant other. You still give to the job. You still show up for everybody else. And you're still giving and giving and giving, giving to the family. You got Christmas coming up. You're running around, decorating the house, cleaning the house, getting preparations for family to come into town. You're doing all of the stuff. And many times you're doing it by yourself because everybody else is so busy and you're the one that's available. Is that resonating with anybody? And because that is the case, that is a sign of how you see yourself. And I know that's a tough charge. I know that's a tough charge. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I know it's a tough charge. I know it's a tough charge. But giving from depletion is a sign of low self-worth. And why is that? Because when you have an identity that is in alignment with a high self-worth and high value, you have a different set of standards and boundaries. And those high standards and boundaries will not allow you to give out of depletion because you adore yourself. And because you adore yourself and you love yourself, you see yourself as worthy. So guess what you understand? You know the power of no. You understand that right now in this moment, I don't have any more to give. You know, I love you. I wish I could. I'm not in a space to give it right now. Daddy needs to rest. Mommy needs to rest. AD needs to rest. Right now in this moment, I get that you need my presence. I understand. I would need me too. But at this moment, I don't have it because how I see myself creates standards and boundaries. And one of the boundaries that I have is that I'm not giving out of a place of depletion. One of the standards that I have is that I'm not pushing myself into a season where I'm worn out, depleted, and tired and have nothing for myself. Because if I'm not happy, if I'm not healed, if I'm not whole, if I'm not walking in a space of abundance and prosperity, what's the whole point? I am the main character in my story. You better be the main character in your story. If you're not the main character in your story, check your self-worth and self-value because you deserve to be the main character in your story. Front and center stage, lights on you, lights, camera, and action. That should be your testimony. That you are the main character in your story. You should never be a stand-in. You should never be a supporting cast member. Got to go to a virtual funeral in DC. Okay, we'll see you later. All right then, superstar. Thank you, Songbird. This is the greatest season of your life if you choose it to be. But not until you stop giving out of a place of depletion. That's what's wrong with many of you right now. And then what happens is you begin to resent. You start to resent the people that you have to give to. Hello? Did I just sit on somebody's front porch? You start to resent the people that you love. Yes, you love your children. Yes, you love your family. Yes, you love your significant other, but you resent the fact that you have to give and give and give and give. Come on now. Say it. Say it for real. You deserve it all. But but really mad at yourself because you're the one who gave it all away. All right. All right. If y'all ready for part 6, put 6 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. I am give out. Listen, Lori Lee, I understand. If you're ready for part 6, put 6 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If you're ready for part 6, put 6 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Greater is coming. Greater is coming. Greater is coming. Greater is coming. In fact, greater is here right now. Greater is here right now. The science of rewriting the mind so that you can begin to walk in worthiness. This is the part that y'all been waiting on. Tapping is clapping. Yes, I don't know if we're gonna make it today. We're looking kind of short. We are at no. We have a goal of reaching 100,000 likes. We're at 48,000 now. We all right. We kind of like we kind of like, but we not. Usually by the top of the hour, we should be at this point here. We about 30 minutes behind schedule, but greater is now. Here we go. Subconscious reprogramming begins the moment we attach emotion to a new identity. Now, this is something to play with. The moment we attach our desires to the new identity, magic begins to unfurl. That's right. You know it, Elena. The science of rewriting the subconscious mind. The subconscious reprogramming begins the moment we attach emotion to a new identity. The brain releases dopamine and serotonin. Come here. The brain releases dopamine and serotonin when we affirm a more powerful version of ourselves. When we begin and when we do the hypnosis process, when we tap into the alternate states of consciousness, the moment we begin to make that shift and we start reprogramming our mind, it begins the moment we attach the emotion to the identity. The brain releases dopamine and serotonin. We literally change the environment of the physical body because we're releasing these neurochemicals into the bloodstream. And we already, all of us are now students of epigenetics. Thank you if you know, you know. We are all students of epigenetics. Y'all already know that when y'all do them roses and things like that, I teach a whole lot better. I promise you I do. I teach a whole lot better. I teach better. I feel better. I teach a whole lot stronger. Watch this. Watch how I go in here and start teaching. Watch this. Watch. Somebody put them goats up there real quick. Put a couple of them goats up. Thank you, Niche. Thank you, Nikki. Watch this. The brain releases dopamine and serotonin, which affirm a more powerful version of ourselves. Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Mimi. So when you pair an elevated emotion with a clear intention, magic begins to happen. What is the clear intention? Here comes the good teaching. What is an elevated intention? An elevated intention is an intention to become somebody new. It is having a new identity that shifts. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you if you know, you know. It is having a new identity. So you have a clear intention to become somebody new, a clear intention to lose weight, to get in shape, to begin to attract more wealth, more abundance, to begin to love on yourself a bit more, to be at peace, to be at rest, to start nurturing yourself. This is the new identity. When you pair a clear intention. Oh, thank you so much for that one. Oh, I like that one, Trinity. Thank you. I like that. That rising key is bussing. When you have a clear intention paired with an elevated emotion, magic begins to happen. The universe responds in a way that you've never seen before. The universe begins to rearrange itself around you because where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. When you have a clear intention paired with an elevated emotion, things begin to change, magic begins to happen, and life changes for the absolute better. The brain starts releasing dopamine and serotonin. Hypnosis, meditation, all of these protocols, visualization, they literally help the subconscious mind to soften and to accept these new truths about yourself. So that's why it's important to get into those elevated states of emotion. And when I say elevated states of emotion, thank you if you know, you know. Oh, that's nice. I like that one there. What is an elevated state of emotion? Gratitude. Gratitude, baby, gratitude. Gratitude is the elevated state of emotion. Because what do we say about emotion? What do we say about gratitude? Emotion is energy and motion. Emotion is energy and motion. And elevated emotion is gratitude. So we pair gratitude. Gratitude is a frequency of in and of itself. Gratitude is the great summoner for whatever it is that we're grateful for. We attract an abundance of it into our lives. So right now, I am abundant. I am thankful for the abundance that continues to flow into my life, into my clients' lives, into the people that are connected to me. I'm thankful for the abundance of people shifting and changing and growing and becoming the better version of themselves right here on this live every day on TikTok, becoming the better version. I am thankful for the shift and the change in each and every one of your lives, especially mine. See how we do that? Pair a clear intention of becoming fresh, becoming new, becoming worthy. Because the more worthy you are, the more worthiness you attract. Hypnosis, meditation, visualization, all of them help the subconscious mind to soften and to receive the new programming. It does. It allows us to quiet the mind and to step into the realm of the subconscious mind where the programming is, so that we can reprogram it, so that you can get a whole new set of keys and you can become the better version of yourself. If y'all are ready for part 7, put 7 in the chat. Put 7 in the chat. If you're ready for part 7, put 7 in the chat. Let's go. Ooh, this is a good one too. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you so much. There you go, Nikki. Be grateful for it. Thank you. Excellent, everybody. Worthiness, wealth, and the abundance matrix. What I'm about to talk out of, what I'm about to teach out of right now is right here in Cracking the Abundance Code. And it's expanded in Cracking the Abundance Code. If you don't have your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, you need to get it. Our financial lives often reflect the worthiness ceiling stored in the subconscious mind. I have many of my executives, my C-suite executives, they come to me because they want to raise what we call their financial thermostat. You know how in the house, when the house reaches a certain temperature, the thermostat either comes on or it turns off. But that's based on environment. Y'all already know where I'm going because I already teach y'all about epigenetics and what the environment does. I already give you what epigenetics is. When the environment changes, when the temperature falls in this house right now, because we have it set to heat, when the temperature falls in this house below a particular point, it automatically rises. It automatically comes on until it gets to a particular point, and then it goes off. Each and every one of us has an abundance thermostat, or a financial thermostat. So, for example, if y'all looked in your bank account right now and saw $450,000 in your account, the average one of us online right now in this live would be like, all right, how would you feel? Would you be happy or would you be upset that you saw $500,000 in one of your accounts? Would you be happy? If that's you, put me in the chat. Would you be happy? Elena would say happy. Trinity would say happy. Nikki, happy. Mimi said happy and said, all right, I got you. Happy. Most everyone would be happy with about $500,000 in their bank account. Now, and you would feel good. Now, what do you think would happen if somebody like Elon Musk or Bill Gates looked in their bank account and saw $500,000? What you think would happen with them? Janae said she'd be happy, relieved, excited, and grateful. Now, again, if you know, they'll be disappointed. They probably cry. They'd be sick. They would be sad, upset, depressed. Listen, they would be going through. Exactly. Their financial thermostat is different. And so what happens, each of us, each and every one of us, yes, they be mad. Each and every one of us has a financial thermostat, a place that you feel comfortable. And when you go above that, even if you're, let's just say you're comfortable, if you look in your bank account and you're happy with $10,000. If you're happy with 10 grand and you look in your bank account and it goes from 10,000 to 100,000. Yeah, you might be happy for a moment, but who's willing to admit that they'd be a little nervous? That if immediately, because of one decision that you made, $100,000 started to come in every single month, would you be a little apprehensive? Who's willing to say that they'd be a little nervous? You'd be terrified. And so, no, money, this ain't even about what it buys. Money doesn't buy happiness. There's a lot of people that will argue with you on that, Laura Lee. And my dad would be one of them. My dad would say, you show me a person that says money can't buy happiness, and I'll show you somebody who don't know where to shop. That was his saying. But yeah, we'd be nervous. Many of us would be nervous because that's our financial thermostat. So it's really important as you begin to understand yourself and how your subconscious mind works. It loves the familiar, even if the familiar is uncomfortable. So even if you're accustomed to making a couple of $1,000s a month, and you're okay with living paycheck to paycheck, and even though it's uncomfortable, you're still used to it. Your subconscious mind is used to it. You say, "Give it to me, coach." All right, you got it. All right. And even though you may begin to receive more money, it's still beyond your financial thermostat. So what do we have to do? We have to bump your financial thermostat up so that this is your new comfort level. So we have to get you to a place where $100,000 a month is your new comfort level. And so once you begin to see that as your comfort level, you begin to attract that which is comfortable. You see what I'm saying? And so your nervous system is going to have a visceral response. So we have to reprogram the subconscious mind so that it will have a positive response to that elevated amount of money in your bank account. So all of this stuff is systemic of the subconscious mind. So again, our financial lives often reflect the worthiness ceiling stored in our subconscious. Abundance flows with ease when self-worth is intact and high because the energy of I deserve opens doors. I remember my previous job feeling anxious on every payday. Wow. On earth, when you lose a child and more, she was priceless. So how do I get happy with money? It's not about the money in and of itself. It's about what you choose to do with it, Laura Lee. It will always be about, it's not about the money per se. It is about what it allows you to do. Even if it allows you to give, even if it allows you to change the life of a child, even if it allows you to become a person that is a philanthropist, even if it allows you to take care of doctor bills for people who could never have certain procedures because they don't have the resources. Even if you choose to open up schools, there's so much that you can do with money. There's so much that can be done. There's so much that can be done. And see, and I love that I deserve to be happy. And that's a good thing, Lord. You know, listen, it's easy. It's just time for you to find yourself. You just have to start focusing on you for a season. All right? And that's going to be the thing for you, Laura Lee. Focus on you for a season. You're going to have to love on yourself a little bit more. You're going to have to be a little more kind to yourself, a little more compassionate. Give yourself a little room, and everything will be fine in due time, in due season. But you need that work. You need that love for yourself. Grace is good. Thank you, Monique. You have to give yourself grace. That's beautiful. Thank you, Monique. The law of expansion. The law of expansion multiplies whatever frequency we hold consistently, including your self-worth. That's a good one. Yes, fall in love with you. If you're ready for part 8, put 8 in the chat. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are good. Oh, this is good. Breaking the identity. Put 8 in the chat, put 8 in the chat. Got about 10 more minutes left. We are at 66K. Don't look like we're gonna make it today unless y'all do some magical tapping. The law of expansion. The law of expansion is what we just got through talking about. The law of expansion multiplies whatever frequency we hold consistently. What frequency are you holding? So here's part 8, breaking the identity of not enough. Breaking the identity of not enough. Breaking the identity of not enough. Unworthiness is rarely chosen. Unworthiness is rarely chosen. It is usually inherited. You didn't come here to this planet and chose to be broken. You didn't come here and choose unworthiness. You inherited that unworthiness as a model and you absorbed it. Hook, line, and sinker, because you didn't know anything else. That was the programming of your reality. Identity upgrades transform how we choose, speak, move, and take up emotional space. What space are you holding for yourself? And especially emotionally. Because emotional intelligence becomes easier when we stop fighting the old story and start embodying the new one. Because many of us are wrestling with the pains of the past, or we're dealing with the fears of the future, all while sacrificing the power of the present moment, where you can actually begin to do something different. And so again, emotional intelligence, because emotion is what? Emotion is energy in motion. And so as we have the intelligence, emotional intelligence, it becomes easier when we stop fighting the old story and we start embodying the new one. So what we resist, remember this, I taught you this a few weeks ago. That which you resist about you persists within you. I'm going to say that again. If you're going to take some notes, write that down. That which you resist about you persists within you. Let's say you want to stop smoking cigarettes. And the more you focus on not smoking cigarettes, and I got to stop smoking cigarettes, the more you focus on it, the more beingness it has. And if you resist it, the more you resist it, it persists within you. So that is an old axiom that we use, especially in this industry, when you begin to understand the underpinnings of your psychology, of how you think, how you make decisions. But the moment you start resisting a thing about you, instead of embracing it, even if it's something that you're ready to let go, you don't push it. You don't push it away. You just let it go. You let it go, you let it flow, you allow it to show up in old ways, in old spaces, and you say farewell to it. You don't fight it, you don't struggle against it, you don't push, you just release. And that's another whole process. But that shows emotional intelligence. If you're ready for part 9, put 9 in the chat. We're moving at light speed now because I want to make sure that we wrap up this topic for today and that we would continue to move forward. We have about 7-8 minutes left. So put 9 in the chat. So becoming embodied, the embodied frequency of worthiness. Worthiness becomes effortless when it is no longer just an idea, but a lifestyle. What do I tell y'all all the time? Success is not... What did I tell you? Success is not a goal. And just like success is not a goal, worthiness is not a goal. Worthiness is a frequency to be embodied. Worthiness is a lifestyle. Success is a lifestyle. That's the problem with dieting. It's not about, oh, I don't eat this right now, or, I'm taking a break from this, I'm taking a break from that. Yeah, that's nice until the diet is over and then you're back to the same old you, living the same old life with the same old results. So what does that mean? Change is an evolutionary process, and it is also based upon lifestyle. So success is a lifestyle. Worthiness is a lifestyle. You constantly show up for yourself that you are worthy of the thing. And as you're worthy of the thing, you begin to see systemically the universe continue to show up synchronistically over and over again, showing you things that let you know that you are on the right path. Worthiness becomes effortless when it is no longer just an idea, but a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle that you are incorporating into your everyday routine. Behavior aligned with worthiness anchors the new frequency in the subconscious mind. I'm going to say that again. New behavior aligned with worthiness anchors the new frequency in the subconscious mind. And then the quantum field responds. It responds. Quantum field responds. The quantum field stabilizes around the consistent energy of self-respect. The new standards and boundaries that you have, when you start moving into a season where you are regarding yourself more, where you see yourself as worthy, as more worthy than you have always seen yourself, the more worthy you feel, the more you're aligned with things of a higher vibrational nature. And then begin to collapse timelines, and you fall on the one that is in alignment with the focus that you have on this new identity, which created standards and new boundaries. So the quantum field stabilizes around consistent energetic self-respect. How you see yourself, boundaries, standards, those new boundaries and new standards that are in alignment with your new self-worth, the quantum field bends to it. The universe begins to align opportunities, synchronicities, and all kinds of things together in that space. Thank you, Rosemary. Welcome in. Good to see you. That's what happens. Simple things like examples like better posture, stronger boundaries, increased laughter, and attracting healthier relationships. All of these things are synchronicities that show up in your space when you begin to choose you. And you begin to see yourself as worthy, as worthy, as worthy. And so in this moment, what do I want to elicit? I want to elicit within you that you begin to make yourself front and center, that you are the main character in your story, that you begin to choose you above and beyond all things, and that you understand that you are worthy. You are absolutely worthy of everything, not transactionally. And that's where we have to deprogram. We have to deprogram that old matrix of thinking that your children are, they only get rewarded, or they only get certain things when they do what you ask them to do. It's not about transaction. Because you are here, that's what makes you worthy. Worthiness is a frequency. This universe operates off of a vibrational frequency. That's its language. And you're the one who emits the frequency based upon the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. They create the resonance. They create the resonance that you experience as reality. That's exactly what it does. And so right now, I want you to expand your consciousness to incorporate the vibrational frequency of worthiness. See worthiness. It's not a reward. It's a tool that you can use to change everything in your environment. Worthiness, your sense of worthiness expands your electromagnetic field. It expands your opportunities. It expands your consciousness. It expands everything about you. Allow only good vibrations. Main character energy over here, baby. That's it. Main character energy over here. This is the greatest season of your life. Why? Not because I say so, but because you guys are doing the work in order to become the best version of yourself. We got a few more minutes up in this thing. And so listen, we getting ready to do our after party. And so listen, y'all hold on right here. Y'all hold on right here. Y'all stay right here for a second. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, our beautiful people over here in the TikTok land. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna say thank you and listen, because we're about to have this after party over here on TikTok. Because y'all over here in YouTube land, though we love you so very much and we appreciate your presence, the rules over here just don't let us party too much. Thank you, Sunshine, for being on. I truly appreciate you being with us today, and I hopefully you'll come back. So thank you, and thank you, Janae, for being over here. Thank you for being our moderator over here on YouTube, and hopefully you come on over here. Y'all can come on over here to the TikTok side. We about to kick this after party off. Thank y'all so much for being with us. Much love. We'll see you tomorrow, same time tomorrow at 12 noon, and we'll go from 12 to 2. We'll see you tomorrow.